What's going on, guys? We're here, back with another episode of My Team Career Mode here. This time for the Emilia Romagna Enzo Dino Ferrari GP, aka just Imola. That name is so hard to pronounce, I'm not gonna lie. It's just so unnecessary for that long thing, but it's worth it though, it's a funny thing. So, last time out in Australia, we crashed and we basically retired and got horrible weekend. So let's hope this one's a little bit better. As we do have upgrades coming onto the car, getting ready for Imola. We have a ECU upgrade coming on. We also have some drag reduction upgrades coming on. Getting ready for Miami. Now for Miami, it's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of straights. I think there's two big straights in Miami. The long backstretch and backstretch, whatever. And then you got the one going through the boat section and you're coming out of it. So that's the two long straights. We're going to need that focus. We got a funded team event as well. It's going to boost all our, apartments. So here we go for the central under tray. Let's see if this gets on. Ready for Imola. And no, it failed. It's okay. It's just an upgrade, right? Nothing can go really worse. We just have no more resource points. So hopefully the ECU upgrade will come on enough time for Imola, and it doesn't come on either. Great. Things you love to see. What a great way to start the weekend. No upgrades. We're going to have a tractor this weekend again. Great. Second week in a row we have nothing. Nothing is going our way this weekend here in Imola. But we do have a Pirelli hot lap feature. We're in the McLaren Artura. As actually we go for different views. We tried the cockpit view, and this view actually was really nice. I like this view more than any other, but I was also testing out more other views, and I did test the far chase, which the far chase view isn't bad, but I don't think it's something I'll probably use, but I may start using that one more. The onboard view is okay too, but you know me, the cockpit view is kind of amazing too. But we actually run a little bit wide there, as they actually fixed Aqua Minerale. I don't even know if I even said that right, but they actually fixed that, so it's easier. Unlike last year's game, you could easily spin out of there. I don't know if it was just me, but I spun out there many times in Imola. But Imola is a amazing circuit. I'm glad it's back in the game. I'm glad they actually renewed this track, because it was actually really fun to drive on. But we go for a second attempt, and we actually got silver on that first run. So here we go once again. We brake a little bit earlier, but we actually get the braking zone right. We tried braking a little bit earlier here, but you can see the consequence. It's getting disqualified. That basically was not good from us. I don't know why we did that, to be honest with you, because there was really no point, but we did it anyway. So here we go for the third and final run now of this Pirelli hot lap feature. So we're going 185 kph down into the next couple of turns, into fourth gear, into third. Don't run out wide there, but we don't do it, so that's positive. A little bit of wheel spin there, a little bit of a drift, and we do the same thing, and we're off track once again, and we just got this, they just did not like me. But that's it. We got silver, so it's not good. We got 50k and some okay acclaim, but not too much. So yeah, performance index. We're the third best team on the performance index supposedly. We got some third best. Aston Martin is actually really close to us, so that's kind of scary. As you can see, a wet qualifying session, so that will be interesting, but qualifying won't really matter because the sprint race will set the grid on Sunday. But we go to track. We actually don't have any highlights from FP1. I just kind of have the times after, so I'm probably gonna stop showing a lot of my practice sessions. I'm probably just gonna start just showing like little itty bits of it, just some little highlights, but not so seriously big highlights. See right now though in Imola, we're actually got P12 here in qualifying. I was really confident in the car coming in. I'm kind of upset that we didn't get a qualifying program, because Those quality programs actually really helped me on those 1 lap pace, but we didn't get one, and plus it wouldn't really matter anyways because it's going to be a wet quali. But Austria getting P19, so that's not really the best. 2.3 seconds off the pace apparently, but we're 1.7, and we get ready for the Imola qualifying to set the sprint race grid. So here we are for Friday, qualifying on a Friday. Things you love to see. So here we are getting ready for qualifying for the Emilia-Romagna GP. It's gonna be, the rest of the sessions will be completely dry, so that's good. So this is actually the first wet qualifying session of the year. I actually have not raced in any of the wet sessions at all, so this is completely new to me. I actually haven't raced in the wet since 2021, so I don't know how the wet conditions have changed, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same. But we go off our first run, and there's Mick Schumacher actually coming out of the pits. And we come into these next corner. I was really strong in those first two, but then the exit gets me every time. And hit the back wheel through there and almost hit Schumacher, as we almost do, but we don't hit him too much. And then Perez is actually on a fast lap, so we actually had to get out of the way. I didn't even know he was on a quick lap, and then I think he aborted it because he took too much curb on that inside. But here we go once again. There's the improvement, by the way, of it's about like 10 seconds. It's about like a 10-second improvement. Obviously it makes sense though because we aborted the first lap. It was a 2-minute lap time. I just backed off. I just tried to save as much ERS as I could for this one. But going through these next set of corners, you know, car was actually handling really well. Through the wet, I wasn't really confident because I was more confident in the dry than the wet because I haven't actually done like a single wet session. So no wet setup, a dry setup because the rest of the weekend will be dry, but we went a little bit wide out there. Going to Aqua Minerale, decent as we go through the next few corners, and I try not to take too much curb here. Main reason is because, you know, it can easily offset the car, and the car can just get really out of control, and a lot of wheel spin there. More wheel spin, and we're on the grass, and we're gonna hit the wall. Yep, there we go. Throwing damage. We box. Oh, that was not fun. Here's a this might be a replay. Is this the replay? Yeah, this is another replay of basically what happened. Yeah, nothing I could pretty much do there, so yeah, I don't know. Going through here, it was all nice and perfectly fine, but you know, just more wheel spin, so yeah, just just too much wheel spin there. It was going really well actually for that lap, but front wing damage, we have to repair it. But we go for our third run. So our third and final run actually was huge. Reason why this third run was huge because you know, this is the time, you know, we can get this lap in. It's gonna be perfect, right? But we go down, we're losing a couple tenths down the straight, but we actually end up putting a really good lap in. So we still have our 2-minute best lap time. Going down, we have 1:36 to go left in the session. This will only set the grid for the sprint race, so this is not actually like qualifying for the Sunday race, but this is for the Saturday sprint. We go through the next few corners. Try not to go in there deep, but I went in there a little too deep. But I don't know why I'm saying that. Just don't go deep, period. But a little bit of wheel spin there off the exit. We actually lost a little bit of time, but not too much time to our rivals, but see everyone else. Piastri's actually at another lap too. He's actually P19, so worrying signs for both our cars. Once again, I had to get off the throttle because I wasn't confident with the because, you know, I thought we were gonna get more wheel spin. Through the next few corners, I actually went through there a lot nicer compared to, you know, the previous lap before. But go through these next few and then try not to take too much curb. It really offsets the car right here. I did it in practice and I didn't spin, but you know, it gave me front wing damage, and that's shocking because I never knew a curb would actually give me front wing damage, but compared to there was a car in front of me. So 29 seconds left to go in the session. Here we go, a big improvement here. Are we going to be able to get through Q2? We have not reached Q2 yet in a single qualifying session this year, and we are P19 so far, but at the end of the day, it didn't really matter because we were P21, and Oscar actually got through Q2, so good for him, but not good for us. Daniel Ricciardo getting out in Q1, that's a shocker, but we actually beat Nicholas Latifi, so I guess we're not that bad, huh? Nothing we could do, to be honest with you. Let's get on to the sprint, shall we?
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Perez, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Russell, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Ocon, and Valtteri Bottas. Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, Yuki Tsunoda, and Joe, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Pierre Gasly, and Sebastian Vettel, Albon, Ricciardo, the owner driver, and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out.
So here we are on the grid for the sprint race. First sprint race of the year. I hope it goes well. We're gonna do a one-stop strategy. It's the only thing you really do. You can't really pit, but you know you have damage, you can pit. But we go for the one-stop. We're gonna start on the mediums, and we actually get purple, so perfect parking. We're actually start P21. I think. Oh yeah. Oh no. Why am I thinking we start P20? So I'm always thinking that. 5 red lights as we are ready for the sprint race here in Imola. It's a decent start. We get a little bit too much wheel spin there, but it's not ridiculous on our wheel spin. We actually get a better start, but Nicholas Latifi overpasses us once again. Not surprised. He's always got us on our starts, but Albon's setting it down the inside of, and actually Vettel and Gasly, they make contact there. Ricciardo's still behind the rest of this queue, same as Latifi. I'm actually backing out of this a little bit because I don't want to get too much front wing damage. Here comes Sebastian Vettel, sent it down on Alex Albon. He defends a lot. The AI are really defending really well, and actually excited how they started doing that more because last year they feel like they defended more. But oh, he almost hit the back. I think we actually hit the back of Latifi there. No front wing damage though, but we did get a collision warning for Latifi. We actually had to go off track to avoid it going into these corners, and we brake here once again. But after that, you know, won't lie, I was kind of losing pace to the front. For some reason, I can't really get the tires fired up in the first lap. But almost a little bit wide there. Almost hit those curves. That would have basically ended our race. But there's Latifi almost sitting on Ricciardo back then, the McLaren. But you know, using ERS to try to catch up to this queue. Actually gained a lot of time though through this straight. The Williams actually has decent straight line speed, but at the same time though, we also have somewhat of a decent straight line speed, but it's not ridiculously fast compared to, you know, the Ferraris and the Red Bull. But losing time to the queue as we're about to be we almost were 1 second off. But Latifi and Ricciardo and Albon going at it to go down to and we go close to Aqua Minerale and on lap 2 of the sprint race. So it's not been the sprint race we wanted so far off this start. As you can see, we're actually gaining the back of Nicholas Latifi here, as someone went a little bit wide there because the queue got all caught back up again. That or just everyone was just braking at that one point. But going through now, we're actually going to try to make a move on Latifi. We send it down the inside on Nicholas Latifi, and we actually get the move done. So that is a good sign from us that we are making a little bit of improvement here on the grid. But Latifi comes back at us. He's going to probably get us here on this next straight. Our straight line speed isn't the greatest, but the Williams is not fast in the straight line speed. He's in the slipstream, but we actually block him off there, and he actually backs out of it. So we finally get past one of them, and it's Nicholas Latifi. So we're the best driver in the grid apparently. But the GOAT, you know, can't keep us. Guan Yu Zhou actually came into the pits. He got front wing damage as Latifi. Oh, as we made contact there with Latifi. We squeezed him more, which was probably dirty from me. But you gotta squeeze the GOAT out, you know. But Zhou Guan Yu comes into the pits. I think he got front wing damage. But now we're in the back of Alex Albon on lap 3 here of the sprint race. Albon's actually stuck behind Daniel. So we're going to try to set up another move here on Alex. We're actually been gaining really good time here on the straight. I'm somehow able to get a good exit compared to the AI. But as we're going to send it on another win. We go down the inside on Alex Albon. And that is going to benefit us to P19. So moved up 2 positions. Or technically 3 because Guan Yu's opening, but we have DRS, but Albon, he's just so much, I don't know, for some odd reason, they're just getting a good exit out of that corner. We're dumping all our ERS to just stay ahead of him, but we can't stay ahead, and he's, almost took a little too much curb. We almost hit actually the sausage curbs, and we get ahead of Alex Albon. Albon's fighting back on us. Well, now he's got a problem with Nicholas Latifi on our hands, as he almost sent it down the inside. We go into 4th gear here, and that's Pierre Gasly actually retiring from the race. He's got an engine issue, so that's Gasly's sprint race over in a couple of laps. So he will be starting basically on the back row of the grid, unless someone gets penalties. But here's actually another one. Valtteri Bottas has an issue. My team didn't tell me, but he clearly had an issue because he was super slow. I saw it because Oscar was closing in on him, and you know, Stroll was side by side with him. But here we go, once again, dumping arrows. We're going to try to make a move on the McLaren, Daniel Ricciardo. We send it down the inside, and we get the move done as we finally get past Ricciardo there in that McLaren. But Ricciardo's going to fight back on us. The McLaren's a much faster car than us, and he's going to get the move done here as he goes around the outside. DRS. Couldn't fight that, to be honest with you. We're going to try to come back on him, but we really can't. We're just dumping ERS at this point, and there's no point of really wasting ERS on a car that we're really not fighting. Alex Albon actually went a little bit wide there, as you saw on the cam, as so yellow flags due to Gasly. As here comes Latifi, he makes a move up the outside, but we just get ahead of him perfectly. Piastri actually got cut off there by the car in front, which I believe is Bottas. Yeah, so Bottas actually squeezed him a lot there. Here we go on lap 5. The sprint race basically almost halfway as we deploy DRS. Here comes Nicholas Latifi, though. He's got to run on us, and we're gonna squeeze him a little bit, give him enough room though, and he's gonna get past us easily. I kind of expected, but he actually went a little bit wide. He didn't really get the apex in turn 1. He actually got the apex turn 2 here, but Alex Albon as yellow flags. Alex Albon, that's actually him retiring. He's got an engine issue as well, so that's not good compared to, you know, that's a Mercedes power unit and a Honda power unit going out. So, and only lap 6 of the sprint race is almost over. There's us taking too much curb, and actually when we took that curb right after, it actually notified. I actually got front wing damage. I didn't hit the back of Latifi. I didn't hit the back of anybody, and I just got front wing damage. I'm not really sure how I got it. I swear it was from that curb because I got damage from that curb previously, but I was shocked that I got front wing damage because, you know, we weren't really running close with anybody. But Bottas actually backing up Latifi is actually getting me closer to Nicholas, but we're losing a lot of time to, you know, the McLaren and Piastri and Vettel and everyone else. Basically, we're losing a lot of time to them. But Valtteri, I don't know, he's got some engine issues because he is super slow. Latifi will probably get by him here, but we're actually staying a little bit ahead here with Latifi. Thanks to Bottas backing him up, we actually can get closer to him. But they just get such a good exit off that final run. And here's a move, actually. There's Yuki Tsunoda making a move on Lance Stroll here. This is for a position, and here we go once again. And Tsunoda, AI have been doing that a lot. He backs out of it, and here's Max Verstappen chasing down Charles Leclerc. Remembrance of the actual sprint race that actually happened at Imola this year when Max was actually chasing down Charles. So a little bit of remnants there. As you can see, another just clip of Vettel chasing Oscar Piastri down. Piastri's doing such an amazing job here. I actually give him props because he's doing a really good job. There's Ricardo actually chasing him as well. But Charles Leclerc won the sprint race, and we didn't catch up to Bottas after that. Bottas got the engine issue figured out. But it's going to be P19 on the grid for Sunday's race.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
So here we are, after the sprint race. No Crofty commentary, but there's our podium pass. Love to see the podium pass. It's actually a really nice podium pass, to be honest. But let's take a look. Charles Leclerc wins the sprint, gets 8 points. Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, Sergio Perez, Lando Norris, and Fernando Alonso taking the last spot. Mick Schumacher getting P10 there. Oscar Piastri, he's going to start 14th on the grid for Sunday, so that's actually really good for him. But not good on our side. P19, it's not the best result, but we benefited off from 3 drivers getting taken out basically by themselves. Carlos Sainz now takes the lead of the championship as well. But thank you guys for watching the sprint race. I'll actually get the main race out in the next video. Bye bye.